Hey guys, Moldran here, and today I'm gonna talk about the Monster Power experience changes that you read in the patch 1.0.7 preview. And you know, they basically drastically increased the experience gain for playing on higher monster powers. And yeah, originally I wanted to do like a big test with my Barbarian to see like, okay, which monster power is the best. But I was facing certain problems. I mean, first, my barb is Paragon 100 already. So I can't do any experience tests right now. I would have to level a new barb and give him the gear of my Paragon 100 barb. And secondly, I mean, if I would test this for my gear, for my spec, for my barb, it like doesn't mean that this monster bar that's best for me is also the best for you, because as I said, it depends on the gear. For example, if you only have, let's say, a 5 million budget gear, then you will never be able to farm MP10 effectively, even if it would turn out for me to be the best experience per hour. So what I decided to make is a more general video and also give you tips like how could you calculate for your own gear and for your own character with your own skill setup, what is the best XP per hour, like which monster power. Okay, and I prepared some Excel sheet where I did some evaluation of data that I collected previously. Now, a few months ago I made this video, the effect of monster power on experience gain, and I came to the conclusion that MP1 gave me 73 million XP, MP4 51, and MP7 38. It was for my Barbarian, it had good gear back then, and yeah, now I wanted to like show with the new monster power experience what would the result be. So first I like calculated, okay, what was the bonus experience from outside of the monster power, like 5, 6, and Nephilim Valor, Ruby, Lyrax, Hellfire Ring, and Enchantress. That was what I was wearing. Now the calculations aren't 100% accurate because in Nephilim Valor you never have all the 5 stacks. I only had them for like some part of the run, but to make this easier I'm just gonna leave it because it's the same for all 3, so it doesn't matter that much. Okay, then the base bonus old is basically those 3 combined, which is 1.75. The monster power XP bonus old, there's also a chart here that I made. Old, for example, was 30% on MP3. Could probably also make this as percentage, so it's easier. Yeah, and now it's 80%. And then I was also like calculating the difference between old and new. And what you can see here is that Blizzard pretty much did the calculations accurate. The difference is getting bigger and bigger the more you move on, and that's exactly how it should be as well. MP10 goes from 160% to 510%. Unfortunately, I didn't have any previous data on that, but it could be really good if you have top-end gear. But yeah. So I took this base bonus old, then the monster power XP bonus old, and then I had the total XP bonus that I had when I did play on MP1, MP4, and so on. So what I did then was I calculated the base experience that I would have got with 0% monster power. So with 0% bonus XP. With 0% bonus XP on MP1, I would have gotten 25.6 million, on MP7 only 10.3 million. Okay, and then what I was doing now was I took the monster power XP bonus new, which I got from here. For example, MP1 has 25%, MP7 has 275%, and now I calculated the new XP per hour. So if I would have done the same 3 runs on the different monster powers after the new patch 1.0.7, I would have gotten on MP1 76.7 million instead of 73, on MP4 63, and on MP7 57. So what I can calculate now is, which I should have done before, but sometimes I forget certain things, is the XP difference. So I'm gonna calculate this divided by the old XP minus 1. Here as well. And here as well. Okay, and then I make it percent so you can see it easier. Okay, and on MP1 with the new XP system, you only get 5% more XP than before. On MP4, now you get 23% more XP than before, and on MP7, or need to say I would get 49% more XP than before. And this trend is probably going to continue all the way to MP10, where maybe I get double the XP now than I would have previously gotten. But what is more important than the XP difference is the XP per hour new. because this says that for me, even with the new bonus XP, MP1 would still be the most efficient. And that's with me like on a top geared barb. If you play, for example, a Demon Hunter, or let's make barb versus Demon Hunter. If I play a barb with good gear, let's say I usually play on MP2, and I could do MP5, like it would take me twice as long to kill something on MP5, and on MP8 it would take me 3 times as long to kill something as on MP2. But for a Demon Hunter it could be, for example, okay, on MP5 it takes him only 1.9 times as long to kill something than on MP2, so the Demon Hunter would be like faster on MP2 than me as the Barbarian, but on MP8 it would take like 6 or 7 times as long, because as Demon Hunter the higher monster powers really aren't easy, and he is like reducing his kill speed a lot because he has to kite a lot, and maybe even has some deaths, and that all adds up. And yeah, that's why also you need to make these calculations for yourself. And basically what you need to do is do your favorite run, whether it's the Alcesa run or the Roa run or the Big Six run, whatever. Do it a couple of times on each monster power and calculate the XP per run, and then also the time it took, and then you can like calculate it to XP per hour. And you do this for the different monster powers, and you know, maybe it turns out for you with the new system MP5 is the best. I think for most classes and gear setups, for 99%, MP0 is still going to be the best, followed by MP1, but now you have an alternative. Like the difference is not as big anymore. I mean, the difference, you can also calculate this, the difference between MP7 and MP1 used to be 91.3%. But now with the new system, difference would only be 35.5%. Like it's still considerably slower, but it's nowhere near the 91%, like almost double or twice as effective. And yeah, that was pretty much it what I wanted to say. I'm gonna do a lot of tests today on my stream about the new essence that you need for crafting. Like this all comes down, okay, on MP1 or MP0 I think you have a 20% chance to get it from a elite pack. On MP10 you have an 80% chance. So it all comes down to like really finding out what is the best way, the best monster power for you to farm those essences. Like I think the crafting is going to play a big role after the patch, because the main stat is able to extend of what is currently possible. So you could probably get amulets with 400, 500 strength, which could be really sick. And yeah, for the testing here, as I said, calculate the XP that you get per run, how long it took you per run, and then do it per, calculate it to per hour, and compare the different monster powers to find out what is best for you. And let's say, okay, MP5 is only 5% less effective for you than MP1, then you could really consider to play on MP5 just for a change, because it's almost the same XP. Maybe you get even get more items, and yeah. I'm probably gonna do another video on this with my Demon Hunter. I'm gonna equip a Demon Hunter now, so level a 2nd class to Paragon, so I can play more classes in PvP. It should be pretty fun. And then I'm gonna calculate for my Demon Hunter, okay, MP0, MP1, MP2, MP3, what is the best now with the new XP. But yeah, that was it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back.